Hi everyone, welcome to Sports Jazz. Isaac and Josh, we are back live, and we are still talking about Manchester United. Man United fans gather here. It doesn't look so good. It doesn't look nice, and I know majority of you are worried, not happy. But unfortunately, we have to get into this. Josh, I know you're a United
Yes,
fan,
yes, yes, Isaac.
but
We are well. We are well. There is
uh,
no crisis
Jo-
at United.
Jo- Josh, your sound. Trust me, you're killing my ears. I don't know why rather why you're excited,
Yeah, I'm
but I see no
excited
reason.
because United is great. United is in good hands
I see no
with
reason
Erik
for you
Ten
to be
Hag.
excited. I
I'm,
see
I'm,
no
I'm
reason for you to be
excited.
excited.
I'm excited. The guy managing Manchester United is a Dutchman.
No
That
issue.
just spells a
Mm,
guy who has some bit of knowledge about football and a lot of it. And the whole conglomerate behind Manchester United these days is exciting. The guys upstairs, Ineos, and all the guys they recruited, they looked really dope up there and against Aston Villa. You'd like to think that if those heads came together, they would make the right decision for Manchester United, which is not to sack Erik Ten Hag.
but unfortunately, those heads are not together, Josh.
No, they're together. They are together 100%. You people seem to make it more than it is. They blow a bit of hot air about United, but such
Mm,
is the magnitude of the club. This global appeal that Manchester United has
yeah,
kind of puts it in a pit that mainstream media actually thrives off it. So every now and then they're going to create a mountain out of a molehill because it's Manchester United. If you can only see the headlines when a Manchester United player does something or things are bad at United, there's a negative energy about it. There is a sensationalization of everything about United. But it has always been like that. It's just because we are the biggest club in
no,
England.
no, 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 Josh. You used to be the biggest club. Come on, don't say
No,
that.
but we
Once
are.
again, guys. No. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz. Josh and Isaac. We are live, and yeah, let's talk football, guys. Let's talk some sports as football about Man United. Things do not look good at Manchester United. After 7 games in the Premier League, they only have 3 wins. Just you have 3 wins. You have Fulham. You have Southampton.
No,
Who
we have
else?
two. We have two.
You have to. Oh my God, that is quite unfortunate. They have only 2 wins. They have, I think, 3 losses and 2
Yeah.
draws. Is it
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Brighton, Liverpool, and
That's not a
Spurs.
crisis. That's
That
not
is,
a
no, it's a
crisis.
crisis, Josh. I
It's not a
mean, for a
crisis
team
for a
right
team
now,
in
the one that
transition.
you just claimed to be one of the biggest in, I mean, in the world, to be
I said,
comfortably seated in the
I said,
14th
I said,
position,
I said one of the
comfortably seated in the 14th position. It doesn't matter
yeah,
as long as you say biggest.
yeah, but it's
Comfortably
the
seated in the
biggest
14th
football
position.
club, the biggest football
Mm-mm.
club, not the biggest team, the biggest football club.
It doesn't matter, Josh.
No, it
Right now,
does.
Man
And I
United is seated
you
in
see,
the
I like
currently in the 14th position, and that really sucks for any Man United player to be happy that their team has only scored 1 goal at Old Trafford. The game against Fulham, the opening game during the Premier League, they have only scored 1 goal. That was the Fulham game at Old
okay.
Trafford, and they have lost all games at Old Trafford. That is
Let me
quite a
riddle
shame,
you.
Josh. There is no
Let
way
me
you would
riddle
tell
you.
anyone, any Manchester United fan, to feel rather to feel so good, or to, I don't know, is it sugarcoat the same way you're doing? It doesn't
No,
sound good, Josh.
I'm
I
not
don't know where you get the
sugarcoating.
guts.
I'm not sugarcoating anything, but I can riddle you this way. Manchester United has maybe had not a very good start to the season, but not there's no crisis at Manchester United. When you look at the things that Manchester United has done to this point, this is the first time that you can say Manchester United cares for the product on the football pitch. I mean, we've brought in so many people. We've changed the structure at the club. We hope that the ethos of Ineos is inspired through Sir Dave Brailsford, as in is integrated into this current team that we have. And then Manchester United will be in very good hands, because I mean, much as they do have Erik Ten Hag, and Erik Ten Hag is under fire. But it is me. I believe it is a sensational, sensationalization by the media, because much as they say that much as the media makes it look very bad for Manchester United, I don't think it is the case.
Well, Josh, I don't know where I mean, you're so confident, but hey, to all our viewers, those streaming live, once again, thank you so much for streaming in. Keep subscribing. Don't stop subscribing. It's Josh and Isaac. Turn on the notification. I mean, all notifications, because they're going to give you non-personalized or not all notifications. So it's supposed to be the all notification button, and you'll be hearing from us, and you'll be getting everything from us. Josh, okay, let's get right into it. Today, let's do this. Tomorrow, Ineos. When I say Ineos, I mean courtesy, or of course, when Ineos, we have Jim Ratcliffe as I mean, as the face of Ineos. So tomorrow, Ineos, that is Jim Ratcliffe, is going to be linking up and meeting Dan Ashworth. He's going to be linking up the CEO Omar Bereda. He's going to be meeting Joe Glazer, who is already in Manchester United. They were even at the field today. At some point, Sir Alex Ferguson was also at the field. They'll be meeting tomorrow. I mean, a meeting is going to be that whole meeting is going to be about Manchester United, the sales, revenue, signings, performance, and everything. But in the same sentence, Erik Ten Hag also has to be discussed, because the performances have not been so good. You have one,
No.
I mean, one of the biggest clubs, as you say, in the world, seated in the 14th position with only 8 points out of 7 league games. They've only won one game at Old Trafford. On top of that, they've only scored one goal. We see yesterday when they were playing, again, I said it yesterday in your Brexit, of 250 million pounds were seated on the bench. Seven players that Erik Ten Hag brought in were all on the bench. I mean, majority, apart from Onana. Who else? Mazarawi. Um, of course, Rasmus. Yeah, he
They
also
will
started,
play. They will play.
but
They
it was
will
quite,
play.
and it's still quite unfortunate that such a thing had to happen yesterday. And Josh, here comes my question about Ten Hag. It looks like you and some other fans, you're not worried about everything. And are we getting to see Ten Hag sacked this time in the next 2 weeks? I mean, the next few days, because I mean, we are in the international break. Are we likely to see any changes when it comes to managerial posts at Manchester United?
You see, that is the sensationalization I was telling you earlier about.
Mm,
The media paints this picture that Erik Ten Hag is into deep, and the meeting is solely to discuss him. But it is nothing to do with Erik Ten Hag, because if you know that this meeting was pre-planned. There was
mm,
always going to be this meeting on Tuesday, but the media already gave you made assumptions about Erik Ten Hag, that he's given 3 games. If he does not win these 3 games, this is what is going to happen. So now what? He didn't win the 3 games. I told you we
he
would
didn't.
never lose those games. You
He
see,
didn't. He
I
didn't. He
told
didn't
you
win
we
the
would
three
never lose
games.
those games. Yes, but
But
then what?
are you comfortable? Are you happy with the performance?
Happy
I'm
with the
not. I'm a
performance. Yeah,
Manchester
I'm
United fan.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
would you,
happy.
Josh, be happy? Come on, man.
I'm happy. No, I'm happy with how we played against
Before those
Aston
three
Villa.
games happened, you were
Yes,
seated in the is it 11th position or 12th position? But right now you're in the 14th position,
positions
and we saw Erik
for
Ten Hag
me,
coming out saying, "I'm very happy with this is the fourth clean sheet of the season." I mean, that
but
is
it is,
ridiculous.
but it is.
Okay,
We are
Josh,
the
it is, but it's ridiculous.
Manchester United has the most clean sheets in the Premier League. You know
Downgrading,
that. You
declining.
know Manchester United has the biggest, the most clean sheets in the Premier League. Four.
It doesn't matter, Josh, if you're declining.
It does. It does.
It
For
worries.
a team in transition, it does. For a team in transition, it does.
I don't see how that really helps, Josh. And I don't know if we have any Manchester United fans in the comment section, Josh, but that I think that's really declining. The fact that you were in the 11th or 12th position, and right now you're in the 14th position. Josh, I can't hear you. You're in the 14th position. You go on to say, I mean, as a manager, you come out to say, I'm very glad, I'm happy, this is the fourth clean sheet, yet you're declining in terms of position. You're not even gaining any points. You have 8 points out of seven
Positions
points. In other words,
positions are
each
picked up
game
in May.
you've been only getting one point. It's
Positions are picked up
ridiculous,
in May.
Josh.
They're not picked up in September or
I
in
can
October.
guarantee you, if this happens, if this continues by May,
How will you
you'll be
know?
below.
How will you know? You will not know
What happened last season?
until May. Just wait for May. Last season was last season.
What?
We did not have
Okay,
Ineos last season. Neither did we have
Ineos in
healthy
the first
players
season.
last season. Yeah.
You didn't
Now
have
this is
Ineos in the
okay.
first season.
No, we didn't. This is their first season.
Well,
Now, okay. Let me just read you this way. So you want to tell me that Omar Berada and the CEO of Ineos and Dan Ashworth, the sporting director, labored labored to make a review at the end of the season, a lengthy review, a review that took a lot of weeks. Everyone was waiting. They interviewed managers. Okay, they did interview managers, and they thought the best manager they were looking for at the time was already at Manchester United. So they come and extend the contract of the manager. They back the manager on all fronts. They might not have gotten in the A-list players he would have wished for, but at least they got in players within the budget, and with their own model of developing youths at United, forming a bedrock on youths. um, they brought them at the club, you know. And this manager, much as he would have maybe wanted a 20 goal striker a season, he was convinced that actually you can get a younger striker available on the market. And he preferred a facilitator in Joshua Zagzi. When you look at Rasmus Hoyland, though he came last season, but it's the same thing. We went for a player who was potential and not tried and tested yet. He had actually had one season in Europe, actually 1 or 2 seasons, one major season in Italy. You know, so they came in. So you're telling me that a board that backed a manager, yeah, to those extents, is going to wake up one morning and fire the manager just after what, 6 weeks? Then I
Josh,
don't
not
think there would be.
not
I don't
just
think there would
rather
be.
not
I
just
don't
six
think there
weeks
would be
after
any.
three
I
seasons,
don't. I
approximately three
don't think
seasons.
that's rubbish. I mean, for you, a fan, you might look at it like that's 3 seasons, but Ineos is looking at it like we have just been here for 6 weeks.
Josh, let me ask you something. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in Sports Jazz. Sorry, Sports Jazz. I have Josh with me, Isaac, myself, and Josh. Here's the question for you: Is Ten Hag going to be fired? Is he set to be fired during this international break? In 2 minutes, is he set to be fired? I mean, tomorrow the guys are meeting up. The whole board is meeting up. Joe Glazer is already in the building. Jim Ratcliffe was at Manchester today. At some point after they left, Sir Alex Ferguson was there. And on top of that, we have the CEO, Omar Berada, the sporting
If you did hear,
director, Ashworth
if
is
you
also going to
listen,
be there. Uh,
if you listen to
Wilcox, is
Eric
it
Ten Hag,
Wilcox? Everyone is going to be in the building tomorrow. Is Ten Hag
yeah,
said to be fired, Josh?
they're guaranteed to be there. They must be there because I mean, this is the management team of Manchester United. It's just that it has taken quite some time for them to have a meeting,
Why do
but
they sit
this
when
was
United is performing poorly?
no, that is just in your eyes. But this is a pre-planned meeting. It was always going to happen, whether United would have been first in the league or not. This meeting was always going to happen. If there was a crisis, then they would have called an emergency meeting. But this is a meeting on schedule. Um, the rich man is in town, and he has come to attend this meeting. But it's not a crisis meeting. It's not a meeting to fire Erik Ten Hag. But the direction with which we are going. If when you listen to Erik Ten Hag,
Mm,
when you listen to Erik Ten Hag, you would
mm.
know that there's no problem at Manchester United, uh,
That's
because
because
the
he
way
wants you to. That's because he wants you to feel there's no problem. But of
no
course, we
no
all
no
know
no
there's
no
a
no,
problem.
and the way he talks suggests so. It's only a bunch of people who assume that actually the meeting is happening to fire Erik Ten Hag. The meeting is happening to do this. This has been done at United or not. But for me, when I hear the managers say that he's been very transparent with the management team, they talk on a regular basis, and they're all together in this. And to me, it doesn't give me the vibes of a manager fighting for his life. He actually gives me the vibes that Ineos as a management team understands exactly the task at hand, that it will not all be roses, but we shall get there in the end. So, I mean, they're going to stick with their man.
Yeah, Josh, I see Nelson in the comment section. He says the English media is putting a lot of pressure on Eric for a team that has been losing and drawing. That's stability. Though for a team like United, drawing with Porto and Villa feels like a loss.
True, true. I agree with Nelson 100% because this is what the media does when United is involved. I mean, they come and suggest all these type
You
of
guys are
things.
blaming the media. You guys are
No,
blaming the media.
you
But
first
Josh,
hear
if
me
we
out.
look at the facts,
First
Ten
hear
Hag
me
has not
out.
been delivering. His team has not been
First hear me
delivering.
out. First, hear me out. You see, when the media does that, they know that eventually they will get their way. They will fire this
Mm,
manager one way or another, because it gets to the minds of the players. Because the fans already, a fan like you're a Man United fan, but you do believe that rubbish they write. I mean, you read it, you start to feel like, hey, by the way, this is right, this is right. Now, let me give you a scenario. Do you remember when Marcus Rashford had an accident?
yeah, I remember.
Do you know the things they wrote about Marcus Rashford? Do you remember the headlines they wrote about Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, I do.
Now, do you remember the time that Jack Grealish got an accident? And for him, it was a DUI, you
I
know?
remember that too.
But guess what? They only reported the fine that he got. You know, they were factual about that scenario, but with Marcus Rashford, it was he is not he's mentally ill. There's trouble. He's facing a lot of pressure from United. They kicked him out of the team. He has had a bad season and all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
the narrative driven by the media somehow catches up with the players, because it gets to their heads. They are only human. I mean, they hear these things every now and then. But for me, the way the team played against Aston Villa, it was not the best performance. But given given how we were playing before. I think it was an improvement, and I like the fact that the players stuck together, the players played for each other. So for
Mm.
me, I mean, yeah, it lacked a cutting edge, but there was some fighting spirit in there.
Josh, I
So
mean, you're just too confident.
I don't get that vibe of Erik Ten Hag being fired. But you see, it's football. You never say never. It's a result oriented game, and but it would be very unfair if
He's fired.
Erik Ten Hag was sacked. Yeah,
It would be unfair for him to be sacked if he's seated in the.
and very unreasonable from
Wait,
Ineos's
Josh. I'm
point of
saying
view.
it would be unreasonable from Ineos' side if they sacked a manager who's seated currently in the 14th position with seven
Posi-
points, rather eight,
positions
excuse me, at
positions are
8 points out of 7 games, literally
positions
1 point per game. Their competitors have 18 points, Josh.
like I
That
always
is
tell
10
you,
points ahead.
positions are picked up in May. In October, there are no trophies that are handed
Josh,
out.
every game matters. Every game matters. Are you
Yeah,
trying to
then
say that by May you have so much trust in Eric Ten Hag that by May you trust him to
the-
be in the top four?
true, 100%, 100%. Just block out the background noise, and you see, you remember how they drove the narrative that Ineos brought in Ruud van Nistelrooy to succeed Erik Ten Hag,
Yeah, I think that is crap.
but Erik Ten Hag is the one who hired Ruud van Nistelrooy.
And I thought,
So I
I
mean,
do not think Vanestra would even,
no,
take.
I don't. I also don't think he would
I don't
accept
think.
the job.
I don't think he would accept the job because out of loyalty because it's Eric Ten Hag
Not
who
even just
recommended
out
him.
of loyalty. I mean, those are people you cannot trust to work with. At least for a
Yeah.
manager, you should be working in an environment where you trust the hierarchy. So, I mean, if
Anyway,
it
thank you
turns
so
out
much,
like that, it
Josh.
will be very difficult.
Thank you so much, Josh. Once again, Sports Jazz, subscribe, like, and share our videos. Turn on the notification button. We're still on Ineos meeting tomorrow. Of course, when I say Ineos, I mean Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Once again, Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac, and we're looking at the situation at Manchester United currently, where the manager and his team have been delivering very, very poor points, or rather poor results. The game against Aston Villa, it's very sad that Manchester United came in as the underdog. I mean, and right now it's true. Compared to Villa, they are the underdogs. Then we also see, I mean, moving on to the next question, Josh, has Ten Hag lost the plot? Has he lost the dressing room, or is too early to tell? Although, I
Oh
mean, I
my
saw
God,
after the game, everyone was hugging him. You saw the
that's
players were
absolute.
trying to be together and all
That's
that.
a
Has he lost the
that's
plot?
absolute rubbish. That's absolute rubbish. Designed by the English media to feed off. I mean, you've lost the dressing room. If the dressing room was lost, I don't think we win the game against Porto. I
Mm.
don't think the players turn up and play like they played
Wait, you
against
don't think
Aston.
you didn't win? You didn't win Porto.
Oh,
You drew.
okay, yeah, but yeah, I mean, we don't draw that game. The players who were called on yesterday against Aston Villa, they don't come and put out that performance because that they're down in tools. And I also don't, I really don't appreciate that whole downing tools because as a footballer, I don't think you can ever sign a contract. Then you come to play football. But on one occasion, you say that I don't like this manager anymore. So, I mean, I'm not ready to play for him. I mean, you play for yourself, you play for the badge, you play for the fans that come and see you every day. I mean, do whatever the manager wants you to do on the training pitch for you to be selected. But saying I don't like this manager, so I'm downing tools. I think that would be unprofessional. I know that sometimes managers can lose it. Yeah, managers can lose it. They can come and they're not sure about managing certain players, and he loses the whole dressing room. But losing the dressing room does not mean that they're downing tools. And there's
Did you
not
see
been
what
any.
Rashford?
there has not been any indication that he has lost the dressing room. But these are
Did you see
things they
what
keep telling
Rashford
you every day.
posted something on his Instagram after that substitution against Porto, where he had
Yes,
scored a goal and assisted a goal a goal. It was, I mean, it was more of an encrypted message. So are you trying to say that is still like a player? I mean, that sounds like a player that respects Ten Hag for
yes,
him to go
yes,
on social media and write that.
yes. What did he write? Because
You
he
remember
answered.
just what he wrote?
Yes, but he
He was
answered
answering to
he answered to someone, to this guy Goldbridge.
Mark.
He just
Yeah,
said, yeah, he just said that, it's sometimes it's not, not everyone will appreciate all the. I can paraphrase, but not everyone will appreciate all the things that you will do, and it is true, because you can actually see, the you as a fan. We were during that game, after that game, when we were doing the reaction, you actually said you could see the reason why he was pulled off. You see, one reason he was pulled off, he was not tracking back, he was not doing this, he was not doing that. That's in the manager's realm to do. It should be a thing he should do.
man, you really have so much faith in Ten Hag. So,
No,
Josh, bottom line, he
I
has
have,
not
I
lost
have,
the dressing room.
no, not at all. I have faith in stability. It's not just Ten Hag. There are so many things that I don't like, that he does, that he insists on. But
Mm.
for me, this is a fresh season. I'm not going to be like you and keep saying that he has lost 20 games since what he has lost. What you remember, because all that is last season. And for me, last season I
But those
just wrote
stats
it
are
off.
very good because
They are not. They are
Every
not.
time
They
Ten
are
Hag
only
is
good for
reminded of
you.
how poor Man United
Yes.
is performing, he reminds them, I've won how many trophies in the last 8 years. He brings up those stats. Then he tells
Yes.
them,
He has
we've
to
only
tell them. You
conceded.
know
In
why
other
he
words,
has
we've
to
kept
tell
four
them?
clean sheets.
You
Uh,
know why he has to tell them?
there's nothing to brag
Because they
about, man. If you're declining every time you play,
no, there's
nothing there to
nothing.
brag about, Josh.
There's is it
I personally think Ten Hag should be fired. I'll put it out.
no worries. We shall wait for that decision to be made. But
I personally think Ten Hag has been
I don't
fired,
think
and
Ineos
I've
can
given
be that stupid to fire
and
Eric
Josh,
Ten
I've
Hag
given you my
6 weeks
reasons, and
into the season.
I can give you the reasons again for a manager to come around proudly, and I don't know how should I call it, and is it I mean, and said that their team has kept four clean sheets. Okay, which is true, it's a fact, but again, it's also a fact that they've been declining and they are currently in the 14th position, Josh, on the table. And that is alarming for a team like Manchester United. It's
No,
Manchester
no.
United. Glory,
You
glory, Man
see,
United, Josh.
you see the
I know
problem
the
that you
days
do
of
have.
Ferguson are gone, Josh. I know if you're going to say that, those days are gone. But
The
you've
problem
been
you have
backed.
is the
You're a manager
nostalgia.
that has been
It's the
backed, Josh.
nostalgia.
He's a manager who has been backed with over 300 million pounds, Josh. Yesterday or a day before yesterday, was it just on Sunday? He
But
had
don't be
most of
fooled. Don't be
7
fooled.
players of all those players that he bought on the
Don't be
bench.
fooled. Don't be fooled.
450 million pounds seated on the bench. That means he
Don't
doesn't even just trust them.
do
And
not be
how do you want
fooled.
me to back up such a manager?
Do not be fooled by what you read as the money that was seated on the
No, I'm
bench
not
from
reading
Sky
anything,
Sports,
Josh. I know it's
because
a
Sky
fact.
Sports
Everything
is
that I've
going to
said is a
lie to
fact.
you. Sky
I'm
Sports
not
is going to
looking
lie
at
to
Sky
you.
Sports, Josh.
It's going to
Everything
say
is a
that
fact.
no, it is not,
50 million
because
pounds
I
for
saw their
Anthony,
figures. I saw their
approximately. Is it
figures.
62 for Lenny
No,
Euro?
you see,
Then you have
what do you
50.
mean?
Just wait,
What
wait,
do you mean
50.
62 for Lenny Euro?
No, I said approximately.
Yes, okay. What is this approximate? Is it money that
Pounds.
United paid? Is it money that United paid?
How much money? You want
Those
me to
are
look at it?
add-ons. Those are
It
add-ons.
doesn't matter,
Look at
Josh.
it.
Okay,
It
let's look
does. It
at the
does
figure minus
because
add-ons. Josh, let's
exactly. But
man,
how
Josh,
come
let's
when
look
they're
at the
reporting?
figures
How come
minus
when they're
add-ons.
reporting? Okay, how come when they're reporting about Manchester United, they must
You have
include the add-ons?
the leaked,
Martial
who's
left.
around the
Martial left.
42 million pounds.
Martial left United
Mazara with 12
before he
million
won.
pounds. close
Martial left
plus add-ons,
United before
15
he
million
won a
pounds.
Ballon d'Or. Martial left
Josh,
United before
forget
he
about
won a
Martial. We're
Ballon
not
d'Or.
even talking about Martial.
So,
He's
so
that side
Martial,
very
no,
far in
listen to
Greek,
me. Listen to me.
Greece.
Martial left United before he won a Ballon d'Or. So he never ever, Man United never ever lost that money in what they had said, what they had set out to pay for him had he won the Ballon d'Or. But when your Sky Sports is reporting, they're going to say Martial
Josh, we
cost
are not talking about.
this
Forget
amount of
about
money.
Sky Sports,
They're going,
Josh. Forget
yes,
about.
now
Let's look at the facts. I'm
Lenny
giving you
Euro.
facts.
You say
Do
that
you know
Lenny
how
Euro.
much money Ferguson? Sorry, why am I? I mean, that's the legend. I don't even want to put him in the same sentence with Ten Hag. Do you know how much money that has been given to Ten Hag? He has been backed by the Glazers. Now, Ineos, you've brought in Ugarte, you've brought in Lenny Euro, you've brought in Mazarawi, you've brought in De Ligt, you've brought in Onana, you've brought in who? The Butcher Alessandro, you've brought in Zaxi, you've brought in Rasmus, you've brought, those are 8 players, Josh. Who else have I forgotten? Please remind me. Please, 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 Josh, remind me. Who else?
Thank
Casimiro,
you.
those are 9. Rafael, those are 10, although he left. Who else, Josh? Those are almost a full squad,
He
and you
never
still
bought
cannot
Rafael
perform. He
Varane.
has been support.
Solskjaer
No,
bought
Josh, he has,
Varane. Solskjaer
okay,
bought
okay,
Varane.
okay,
Manchester
but he has
United.
been
But
supported in
listen,
every
Manchester United
position:
bought Casemiro.
goalkeeper, midfielders, defenders, CB and fullbacks, attacking midfielders. You also have strikers, and actually, even right now, I think the strikers. Look, I love Joshua Zaxi, I love Rasmus Holland, but it doesn't look that any of those players can give you 20 goals. I rather, Josh, I want you to
They will.
comfortably tell
They
me
will in
that
2 years.
Zaxi or Rasmus, sorry, can give you 20 goals. In what?
In 2 years. That is the agenda we are set out with. As in, you as a Man United fan, you want us to win tomorrow, but we are not. We are not. We are not. We're going to suffer.
Nelson says Ten Hag won't be fired in that meeting. We've already seen 3 stars
Yeah, yeah,
withdrawing
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
the October internationals. Ganacho, Kobe, Mazarawi. Yeah, Ganacho, I know. I mean, he said he was playing with the knock, so he won't be going. I believe Ten Hag, I believe Eric is already preparing for the next game. Nelson, you have a lot of
100%.
faith in Ten Hag. You have a lot of faith in Ten Hag, but
No, me,
don't
me,
get surprised if he's
I'm
kicked
with
out.
Nelson. I'm with Nelson because for me, I have a lot of faith in
Well,
continuity,
that is false hope.
stability. I have a lot of faith in stability. I do not like when tomorrow they bring in Tuco, then Tuco also wants
Oh,
so
by
and
the
so
way,
and
he's one
so and
of
so
those
and
top. I
so.
don't know.
Then
Maybe it's still
I
there.
don't like
It's
when
still an
tomorrow they
agenda
bring in
driven by
Southgate.
journalists, the English media. I don't talk about Southgate, man. Come on, don't talk
But
about
he's
Southgate.
there. He's there. The media
There's
keeps
no he
throwing
can
him
come in.
around. You see, let me
No,
tell
not
you.
anymore. It's
Let me
Tuchel,
tell
it's
you.
Amorim, Graham Potter.
Let me tell you. When Manchester United coughs, the whole of Europe catches a cold. The
Josh,
whole of
uh,
Europe.
Josh, pause
The
right
whole of
there. Pause
Europe.
right there, please. Josh, for a second. Again, reminding our viewers, subscribe to Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. Turn on the notification button. Uh, let's have some fun. Josh, let's go on to the next one. Now that we're talking about managers. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be replaced. Nelson, I don't know if you're watching, but in case it happens, Josh, any 4 candidates that you would have in Eric, I'm going to give you some if you don't have any.
Yeah, you can give me. Me, I don't have any. I don't have any. I'm not replacing Erik Ten Hag.
Oh, come on,
Why
Josh.
would I replace?
Josh,
No, why would I
you have
replace
Tuchel
Erik Ten Hag?
or Tuchel, as some call him. You have Graham Potter, but I'm going to give you who I really prefer. You have Thomas Frank. Okay.
You
You
see,
have
that's the English media
what's his
feeding
name?
you.
Roller. You have Amorim.
Oh my God. Oh my
Listen,
God. You're
Ineos
bringing
favorites
league.
are likely
You're
to be.
talking
Listen,
about League
Ineos
Two.
favorites.
You're talking about
Josh,
League Two managers.
Ineos favorites are likely to be
Nicola.
managers that are not
Ati
available right
Graham
now.
Potter.
Ineos managers are likely to be managers that are not available right now. You have Alonso and Sebastian. People were talking about McKenna, but I know that isn't he the one that is managing Ipswich? No, that is crap. And let me tell you, I would not rate a Thomas Trick.
Oh my God, you just killed me.
Josh, I would listen. McKenna is
Graham
out to
Potter,
me. He's out way below.
Mueller,
Graham Potter.
McKenna, Semani
No, no, forget about.
Sebastian.
I'm just saying. Graham Potter, McKenna, Tuchel or Tuchel.
Man.
Listen, listen.
Let's be
Those are
serious
managers that
about
I would.
Manchester United, yo.
Those are managers, especially Thomas Tuchel, that I would not really go for. I mean, how many seasons has it been? Two, almost now 3 seasons. Every team that was looking for a club during the summer, or rather in the summer, passed him. No one even tried to make a move for him. So, yeah, of course, I would wash him off. The only manager, or the only two managers I would love to see, that will be Amorim and Zabi Alonso. Unfortunately, Alonso is tied up at Bayer Leverkusen. That's one of
No,
the managers
there's
that I would
not
love to
such a
see.
thing like tied up. You know, you told me once before that if the club wants you, they come and get you. If they convince you that the offer is that good, I mean, you can leave. You can always leave and join Manchester United.
But you
They
can rest
allow
assured
they,
they will not pursue.
they allow
Ineos will not pursue Gareth Southgate. You can rest assured, and Graham Potter.
why
They will not
is that?
pursue them.
They are
No, they
not
will not.
pursuing anyone. They have the best manager.
No, they will not. They will not. They will
They
not.
have
At
the
least for
best
that, rest
manager for the
assured.
project. They have the best manager for the project that they intend
The best
to
manager, yet
carry
they tried to
forward.
replace him in the summer,
They
but
never
they didn't
tried to
get the
replace
best
him.
position.
No, no,
No,
they were not
Josh.
replacing him. I told you last time they were not replacing Erik Ten Hag. They were looking for the best manager for Manchester United and their project. And after review and looking around, they realized that the best manager for their project and the direction they were taking was already at the club. So they came and extended his contract. And for me, I don't see a reason why Ten Hag is not given the period of the 2 years that he has on his contract. And then if things are still not going in the right direction, he can be moved on. But at least he would, since he has a reputation of working with younger players, we have a very young squad, and maybe he will have ingrained something in these young players. He gave a chance to Kobe. He gave a chance to Ganacho. So he's helping United get to a point, sort of like Brendan Rodgers. You know, Klopp came and stole Brendan Rodgers' shine because Liverpool was almost there, almost there under Brendan Rodgers. But yeah, he took them to that level and he moved on. And Klopp came and finished the job. It still took him a
All
while
right.
to win the league, but he quickly won the other European tournaments.
That is just for you putting up a very strong defense for Erik Ten Hag. But we all know, we all see where this is going, Josh. We all see where where
No,
this is going,
no.
and it's not good news for Erik Ten Hag. Once again,
Let me
guys,
tell
thank you
you,
so much for tuning. Yeah,
Erik Ten Hag could sleep and fall, yeah, and they will tell you that he has been thinking about Manchester United. The pressure is too much. That's why he failed. They will run with that like for 3 weeks.
man, you really like Ten Hag. I don't know, even
Not
after the
not
poor
Ten Hag.
performance,
I like
you
stability.
really
I
have
like
a lot of
stability.
trust in him. Does it look like there's stability to you right now?
No, not yet, but I'm sure
When, Josh?
by January we shall be fine.
January, and you think teams are going to be waiting? They're not going to be winning.
No,
You
no. You
think
remember
you think Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Aston Villa themselves, and other teams, Chelsea, are going to be waiting for you? Look at Enzo Maresca.
no, we've been playing
When
catch up.
he joined, everyone was clowning him, but look at him right now.
No, look. Like I told you before, Eric Ten Hag was once mocked for losing a testimonial game, which was not even true. He never lost the game. His team
You,
won the
you're
game,
still trying.
but it
You're
was a
still trying to
testimonial.
drive
But
the
they
whole
still talked
narrative that
about it like that. And
the
with
media
what
this, the
Nelson
media
says,
that.
with what Nelson says there, I think Ineos also may not want to do that because by hiring an interim manager six
Even
games
Rude,
into the
even Rude
season.
himself would not do that. As I said
Yeah,
earlier
but
on, there's
maybe
a
maybe he
loyalty card
would,
right
but
there.
hiring an interim manager 6 games into 7 games into a season means that Ineos has written off their first season. You understand? It means
Hmm.
that, you know what? So let us cut our losses and just wait, since we don't really even know what we are doing.
Yes, I don't see why you have so much faith in Ten Hag, and I mean,
No,
I
because
don't really get
things
it.
will
But
turn around. You remember I told you that after October, after the second international break,
Josh, how do
United
you rate
will be
Thomas?
okay.
And yeah, how did we perform poorly? How do you rate Thomas?
No,
Just
the
tell me real
international
quick, Josh.
break is here
Yes or
now.
no? Yes or no? Amorim,
No,
Thomas,
no.
Frank, McKenna. Stop laughing. I'm giving you. Okay, McKenna. Yes or no?
No way.
Tuco,
No way.
of
Oh,
course, Graham Potter.
Tuko I would like. Tuko I would like, but I know there's so many things why he cannot be the best fit for the club. But Tuko,
Okay, Graham
tactically,
Potter,
I would like. No, no fucking way.
Zabi Alonso.
Chabi Alonso, I like, but I prefer Eric Ten Hag.
I give you all those names because I mean, it looks it's more likely that he might
No
face.
way, no way.
I know you have a lot of faith, but it's more likely that it might. I mean, he might face the sack. More likely. But anyhow, yeah, once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz. Isaac, I have Josh with me. We're looking at Erik Ten Hag's managerial crisis at Manchester United. And do not forget the board. That is Ineos, Mark Berada, the CEO, and the sporting director or sports director. That is forgetting
Dan
Dan
Ashworth.
Ashworth. We have Will Cox. We have Joe Glazer is also in the building. Are all going to be meeting tomorrow to discuss Manchester United in terms of performance and everything. But on the
No, no,
menu,
not performance.
Josh, listen,
They're
listen,
just
listen,
going to talk
listen. No,
about their asset.
on the menu, Erik
Yes.
Ten Hag is also in the mix because of the current performance, because of the current poor performance. And
No,
Josh, right
no
now,
way.
I want you to tell me uh, what things should Ten Hag do to improve the team? I mean, he has now 2 weeks. He has 2 weeks
But
to
two
prepare
weeks
very
without
well.
the players, who is he going to prepare?
Josh, no, Ten Hag, rather, Ganacho did not go.
Yeah, but
Kobe
then
is
he's
around.
injured. He's injured.
And by the way, do not be surprised. He didn't go.
Mazraoui,
He's
they're
not. He
injured.
has been playing with a knock, but he's not very, very injured. In other words, he doesn't want to risk it. But see, Josh,
Yeah, then he can't
see,
train.
Josh, look at this. Look at this, Josh. Do not be surprised if those players go perform very well during the international break. Do not be surprised if Bruno Fernandes plays so good. Do not be surprised if Ahmad Diallo plays so nice. Of course, he has been playing good. He do not, of course, Onana, yeah, has been fantastic. Delict, he wasn't called. Mazarawi, he might surprise you. The
He's
Butcher
not gonna
Lissandro,
play.
he might surprise you 100%. Who
I
else?
hope Argentina does
Ugarte,
not go
he might
Lisandro.
perform very, very well. I mean, let's just wait and see. So that's why I'm asking. I know you said not every player is around, but there are other players that did not go.
Yeah,
Any,
I mean the Chido Obi Martins. So you want him to prepare a game
he
against
just signed a
Brentford?
few days ago, three,
With
4 days ago.
yeah. So Eric Ten Hag is not going to
Seco, by
to
the way, I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
the
know whether
Seco
Seco was
Corners.
called
Those are
Corner
not the
Soccer. Yeah.
players that Eric Ten Hag is going to train with. Actually, Eric Ten Hag should also just go to Ibiza and chill for a bit.
Mm. I heard he also left by the. I think he's coming back after a few days,
Yeah, he
but
should
he
also
but he needs it. He needs it. It's been fire for him, so he needs to chill. He needs to go and
no,
chill.
but every chance you get to go on vacation, I mean, you have a break, so you can go.
Yeah,
Not
he
really
needs it.
vacation, but you need the yeah, yeah, yeah. You need
He
the
needs it.
energy.
He needs the energy. So it's something that you can. He needs to. He needs to loosen up. Things are really tight on him. It's really tight on him, and he's not been performing so well. You see, I mean, the records, how things have been looking, it's not so good. And again, I repeat, me myself, Erik Ten Hag, rather Erik Ten Hag out. I would love to see him out.
Why?
I would love to. He's not just. He has not delivered. Again, I
But
tell
then
you, you
you're
cannot
going
tell
to
me
have a
for a team like Manchester United are seated in the 14th position with only
you who
7 points,
wants
or
Graham
rather
Potter.
8 points after
You who wants
7 games.
Graham Potter.
It's like you literally. No, I didn't say I want Graham Potter, Josh. Don't say that. It's like you're literally telling me every game he has been winning. Out of 7 games, it's been a draw, draw, 1 point, 1 point,
Ariola.
1 point. That
You
is
want
very poor,
Ariola.
Josh.
You want
That is very
Ariola.
poor. No, I mentioned the managers available, but I didn't say my pick.
McKenna.
My picks, Josh. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Thomas Frank.
Zabi Alonso and Thomas Tuchel. No, actually, Amorim. Those are the players that I. Those are the
Amorim, yeah?
managers that I have.
Yeah,
Amorim. Those are
Amorim
the
is
players, the
exciting,
managers
but
that I have.
believe you me, Man United is a whole other kettle of fish. I mean, it's difficult when let me tell you, if Erik Ten Hag was still at Ajax, he would be the manager that Man United would be going for. So I mean, any manager that you want, me, I've seen this happen. So right now, Amorim looks good,
Uh,
but when Amorim comes to Man United, you're like, oh my
cook,
god,
cook, cook,
I
cook,
need
cook, Josh,
Ariola.
cook, 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 cook. I'm not going to stop you. Cook.
I need the Riola, but these things happen so often. We've had so many managers, and it has not turned out great. But that is majorly because we keep having this flip flop thing over this one didn't work at the but Ineos, to me, why I'm actually backing Erik Ten Hag is because I think Ineos has a clear plan on what they want to achieve with Manchester United, because much as they bought the players for now, uh, the better players they bought were the players who are really young, like Seko Kone. That's a midfielder who was a potential at the time, and everyone was speaking so highly of him as the next biggest CDM to come out of Mali. So they got
And
Seko Kone
Gaida.
in. They got,
Mhm.
yeah, Guiders FC, from Guiders FC. They got Lenny Yoro in, an 18-year-old who is a generational talent, who is the
He is
best
currently
in
injured.
the position that he plays. You see,
Currently injured.
despite
Don't forget that.
yeah, but despite all the things they told you about Lenny Yoro, United had to have him. Now that's 18. Seko Kone 18. Those are two players in different positions. Then they got in Lusale. They got in Lusale, a very exciting winger. Then they got in Chido Obi Martin, who just signed yesterday. You see, those are four players. Then they have Amad Diallo, Kobe Mainu, and Ganacho at the club. So, I mean, leaving Ten Hag in charge of these kids might be the best thing, because Erik Ten Hag has showed that he has he has the resolve to fight off the background noise and leave these kids in an environment that they can grow and flourish. Maybe after 2 years, when these kids have grown some thick skin, he can leave, and you get another manager who will come and you say that this manager is better than Erik Ten Hag. Yet at the time, it is Erik Ten Hag who made all the strides for these players to even be first team players.
Josh, let me ask you something. Why do you have so much trust and I know why do you have so much confidence in Erik Ten Hag? No, seriously, tell me. Why, after everything that you've seen, after everything that you've witnessed, why do you have so much confidence in Ten Hag?
No, because I
Not
know
at one point have you said Ten Hag out. At what I remember
no,
you
I
wanted to
like
say it, then after you backtracked. Why?
No, I like
Please
him
give me
because
reasons, Josh. Convince
he's a
me.
good
Convince everyone
coach.
that is watching.
No, he's a good coach. Erik Ten Hag is a
He
good
was. He
coach.
used to be a good coach.
So, I mean, he just stopped being a good coach.
He just stopped. He's not anymore, Josh. Come on, look at how Manchester United is performing, and it's not like, as I've said earlier, the manager wasn't backed. Ten Hag has been backed in every department, from the backroom
Yeah, I'm just
staff, the
explaining to
new
you.
board, sporting director, the
I'm
CEO. When
just
it comes to the
explaining.
field, the keeper, fullbacks, centre backs, midfield, attacking midfielders. Uh, Josh, come on,
You know, Ten
strikers.
Hag, Ten Hag still does not have a left back.
And whose fault is it, Josh? He bought. I remember, who did he recommend? And I'm getting that whole thing of him bringing in players that he wants new. He brought in Tyler Malaysia. Look at how it is. It's now
He
almost
got
one season and a
injured.
half, and he has exactly that's what. And who's he picked him up? He got him.
No, it's
And
United's
you asked
fault.
me yesterday,
You can never
or
know
rather,
the
you
health
tried to
of
say
players
Ten Hag could not have signed a left back. Why, Josh?
because we did not
We
have the
entered the
money for
season
it.
knowing Tyler Malasia is not available. We entered the
Mm,
season knowing Luke Shaw was not 100% fit,
yeah,
even
it
after he
was
had
too
played
late.
the
It
Euros.
was too
But it
late.
was
If
a
you
bit what?
remember,
It
we
was not too late to
prioritized
sign. It
no
was
Man
not too
United.
late to sign.
Man United. Man United prioritized
It
buying.
was not too late to sign Ogate.
No, Man United prioritized the signature of Manuel Ugarte, and it became a bit difficult with the PSR rules for Man United to get in a left back. And just like last season, before Erik Ten Hag loaned out Alvaro Fernandez, he was told by the team doctors that Terrell Malacia will be fit and ready to play in a couple of weeks. And it took a whole year, 3 surgeries, and a whole year. If anything, that Material Malasia can sue Man United because, I mean, we've killed the boy's
When
career.
Malasia got injured, he moved to Netherlands, by the way.
No, that's the third time. Now we couldn't trust you anymore with his legs. As in, you had. Yes, I mean, like a surgery can go wrong, but how wrong can it go? 3 times?
Bro,
That's
you
on
just have a
Man
lot of
United.
faith in Ten Hag. You just
No,
love
but
Ten Hag.
he'll
You have a
get
lot of
us.
faith in Ten Hag.
Me,
I
I
don't see
prefer
why.
stability. I prefer stability. I know that he's been trying to steady the ship, and so far you can say that
We've played poorly, Josh. We've
we
been so
played so
poor.
many different formations and stuff like that. But
Who is to blame?
I like, yeah, yeah. You know, when you're in a tight spell, do you know that at the moment, because of all the players that we have, if you're a manager at Man United, you have to keep testing them to see who is the best at what. Because if you have Rasmus Hoyland and Joshua Zirkzee, you have to alternate them until you find out what works. If you can see that Eriksen was not me, I like a manager who is brave. Eriksen was not in anyone's books this season. Okay, Eriksen was written off. Not so many thought that he would even have a chance, but Eriksen is the best midfielder at the club at the moment, and he's playing him, and he's playing actually really well. Then the
It's
balls
very
moved to.
worrying that I mean, as things look, we have very good. Okay, not very good, but we have midfielders. But we are relying on a midfielder who's 32, 33 years.
Yeah,
He's
but
in
he's the
his last.
best
Exactly. That's what, Josh.
with a
That's my point. He's
pacemaker
in
in
his
his
last
heart.
year of the contract. Roma Easy was even supposed to be sold in the summer, but
No, he's good. He's
bids that
good.
came in were low. But right now, to even imagine that we are relying on Ericsson, yet our bench
Yeah,
has Casemiro, our bench has Ugarte seated on it. How much is that, Josh? Ugarte and Casemiro,
me, I'm
approximately
not
100
interested
million
in the
pounds, bro.
figures. I'm not interested in the
It's
figures.
a
I like the
shaming.
player.
No, oh,
I like
Josh,
the
you should be.
players.
You
So
should be. Look at the
why?
bigger
Why?
picture, Josh. You should
Ma-
be. It's not really something new.
Manuel Ugarte, I told you before, you kept asking me why he shouldn't be playing, but Manuel Ugarte was not ready at the time. And when
When
Manuel
is he going
Ugarte,
to be ready, Josh? If he's playing at
after
rather
this
at
preseason,
after what?
after, sorry, after this
The
international
international
break,
break?
Yeah.
Yet even last time he was called the international break.
Yeah. He plays with the other people every day. I mean, do you know that Manuel Ugarte does not speak a word of English? Do you know that?
Uh,
Peace, peace, peace. Hi, peace.
I hate. I know.
Banange, the day we are going to win. Eh? Peace, you wait.
Yo, I'll make sure I call her so that she's online. As you've
Yeah.
said, the day United is going to win, I'll tell her, you know what? Get online, throw the jabs. People want to retaliate because she's so good at throwing it right. I mean, smearing everything. But yeah, Josh, I'm not really happy with everything that has been happening at Manchester
I know,
United.
I know. No one is
It's very
but for me.
sad,
I am just
very, very
confident
sad.
that United
Mm.
has gotten to this position. United has gotten itself new people in the backroom staff. They're going to make better decisions. They're going to, I believe United is in good hands. By the way, I cannot even fault the decision that Ineos makes, even if it is to sack Erik Ten Hag, because they are in charge, and I trust that they know what they are doing, because they're all football people. They've been in and around football for such a long time, and some of them come with a very huge reputation. So I'm comfortable with whatever decision that Ineos makes, keep or sell. Sorry, keep or sack. But for me, I would keep Erik Ten Hag. There's no reason to sack him. The direction of the club is very clear. What Ineos wants to do is very clear. Ineos wants to take the club forward, but building a foundation on very young talent. And young talent is always not going to give you 100%. Young talent is going to make mistakes, error in judgment. I mean, against Aston Villa, Ganacho would have just slotted that ball to, was it Marcus or Rasmus? And it would be
Mm.
1-0 up. But at his age, you expect that, the boy saw the headlines and his name in the back pages, and thought that why not? Yet it was a
Yeah,
bit difficult for him to take that decision. So
there were rumors that the board didn't want to sack Ten Hag because of the FFP thing, but that has been washed away as
believe you
nonsense,
me, the rumor
complete
mill,
nonsense.
the rumor mill will feed off the gift that keeps giving, because Manchester United will always present the world with something to talk about.
Man, this one is just trolling. This one is just trolling. This one is just trolling. Sometimes I want to support, but the point of getting 1 point or lose each team, especially from home, is bad. At this rate, one would think of switching teams. I don't like what Man United did to Pogba.
Pogba is coming back. I mean, they just
No, there is
terminated
no
his
way.
contract at Juve.
Yeah, Juventus,
Yeah,
at Juventus, I saw
at
him.
this
If there's
at
any
this
player that I
point,
do not miss, by the way, that is him.
yeah.
They planted bonds of hyenas at Old Trafford. That's why we're going through all this. Him and Marshall, him and Anthony Marshall. Pogba and Anthony Marshall planted bones of hyenas, of dead hyenas, at Old Trafford, according to Pogba's brother. So
No
I
wonder,
don't want
no
anything
wonder,
to do with Pogba.
no wonder Ineos says that we might win the trophy, the Premier League in 2028, because at that time, perhaps the stadium that they want to construct will be completed, and United will no longer have the curses of the Hyena Bones at Old
I
Trafford.
know, man. It's
Because
crazy.
you guy, it's so crazy. I mean, we never catch a break.
It's crazy. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Everyone that has been on, it's Post Jazz, Isaac, and Josh. I think we are going to call it. I mean, that's it for
And
today.
I,
We will be signing out. Yeah, night for everyone. I mean, it's night this time, it's night the other side, it's daytime the other side, evening, morning. Shout out to everyone that has been keeping it real. We will be signing out right now and see you very soon. Sports, just subscribe. Yeah, turn on the notification button, guys. Cheers.